Hey guys, what's up? How are you all? This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu. So how is your preparation for the board exams going on? Hope you all are doing great, have started your preparations, right? So yes, how's the Josh guys? So today in this video, I'm going to talk about how to start your preparation for class 10 ICSE board exams. And let me begin with a motivational quote which is given by our favorite Charles Dickens. He has said, "Never do tomorrow what you can do today. Procrastination is the thief of time." Yes guys, so do not procrastinate. Do not think that I'm going to do this tomorrow. Please, whatever you think to push it off tomorrow, do it today because this is the right time to start. So, how to start your preparations? First of all, if you see that English, class 10 ICSE English or class 10 CBSE English, whatever it is, English is one subject which requires a systematic approach. So, to start preparing yourselves for English exams, first of all, you need to have a thorough understanding of the syllabus as well as the marks distribution or the weightage. After having a thorough understanding or comprehension of the syllabus according to the marks weightage, then you see the books, right? So first of all, let me tell you regarding the exam is divided into two papers. One is paper 1 and paper 2, right? Paper 1 deals with the language part, right? And paper 2 is for the literature. So for paper 1, that is language, you have essay which has a weightage of 25 marks. So that is the most important part because that is where the students get, low marks or they get stuck. So that is totally dependent on your writing caliber. So how to improve your writing caliber so that you can score amazingly well, you can do amazingly well in that 25 marks. That is a point that you should look at. So yes, of course, you have to write essay every day. So you divide your timetable in such a manner. First of all, you need to create a timetable for your exam preparation. That is very, very, very important. But that timetable should be according to your own, convenience. That should not be prepared by your teachers or by your parents. No. Because if that is prepared by your teachers or parents, you will, not follow it. So that will suitably be according to your convenience. So first of all, prepare a timetable and devote at least 2 hours. I'm saying at least 2 hours for English. Okay. First hour, you can divide it like that, 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. Right? And in the afternoon time, you can, when we feel a little drowsy, at that time you can, solve a little bit of grammar so that you wake up, right? You are rejuvenated. You don't feel sleepy. If you take up literature at that point of time or essay writing or writing skills in that point of time, you may feel drowsy. That may, lower your energy level. So I would suggest you not to do that. Don't try to study the subjective parts in your afternoon time, right? Try to, solve the practical aspects. It can be maths or it can be English grammar during that time, okay? And yes, every day devote at least half an hour for the 25 marks essay. 20 to 30 minutes, yes. 20 to 30 minutes should be devoted to the essay writing. And how are you going to practice the essay writing? You take up the topics from the previous year papers, right? Take up the topics from the previous year papers and every day compose an essay on your own. The first essay is going to be absolutely, disaster. I know that. No problem. Don't be demotivated because of the first essay. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Take points from Google if necessary. And if not, if you can come up with your own ideas, that is amazing. But please do not follow any guidebooks for the essay writing. They are not up to the mark. you can do much better than the guidebooks available in the market. So please do not follow any guidebooks for the essay writing. Please follow the points, please jot down the points which you think can make your essay better, and structure your essay very logically, and keep improving, keep editing your essay from time to time so that your language improves. And you will see that after 7 days of practicing essay continuously, you will see a miraculous change in your essay writing. So yes, the letter writing, notice writing and other writing parts, you can do it every alternative day. But I would suggest that since essay consists 25 marks and it is the heaviest of all in the language paper, so you need to practice and practice the essay writing every day. Yes, and précis writing, which is there in the comprehension part, that you can do every alternative day. Letter writing also every alternative day. You have a choice between formal and informal letter. So I would suggest you to go for the formal letter, because in formal letter you have to write absolutely precisely and in simple language. No poetic language is required, so that will be far more scoring than the informal letter. So keep practicing formal letter. Essay, yes, these are the areas which you need to practice in every alternative day. But essay needs regular rigorous practice. And comprehension, apart from the précis which you have to practice every alternative day, try to solve the passage every day. Okay, one passage will not take up much of your time. Set a time limit. Set 15 minutes for the passage, except the précis writing. 15 minutes is way too far. Start with 15 minutes and see how less you can take, how less, how it can be reduced in the subsequent days. So yes, comprehension, except the précis writing and essay writing, needs to be practiced every day. Please do not miss a single day. Right. Now coming to the literature portion, which consists of stories, poem and play, Merchant of Venice. There is an alternative between Merchant of Venice and the other one is Mousetrap, I think, which is usually the schools follow Merchant of Venice. So yes guys, for the play, I would tell you to go through the play thoroughly. Go through the play thoroughly. Please prepare the character sketches. Look at the previous year's question paper and see what are the character sketches that are important. Please prepare the character sketches very well. How are you going to prepare the character sketches? Do not waste your time in writing the entire answer, or do not, take up any guidebook for the summary or the character sketches. Please do not do that. Frame your answers taking up the points of the character sketches. You can, you have, available online materials for that, and I have also prescribed few books for the play Merchant of Venice in my previous video. So follow that book. Take out the points, okay? Only take out the points and write it in your notebook. Make notes like that. Do not frame complete answer. That will take up much of your time, and you do not have that much, time at your hand. So the smartest strategy to prepare your literature area is just write the points so that you get it in your head as well. When you are writing on your own, you are already getting it in your head, and then in your examination paper you can of course produce excellent answers by framing in complete sentences. Of course you know how to frame your answers in complete sentences. So jot down the necessary points initially till you complete your syllabus. Okay, so initially begin with jotting down the important points for the character sketches and the important analysis areas in your play. And of course, for the reference to context, you need to go through the play thoroughly. You cannot miss any significant area of the play. So yes guys, you have to go through the play thoroughly. Do not rely on guidebooks. I am telling you over and over again. Okay, so your textbooks are like your Bible. Please do not abandon them. Please use your textbooks. For the stories and poems, let me tell you, first let us come to poem. Now the poems are, for the poems I would tell you that take one poem, prepare one analysis kind of answer, prepare a critical analysis of the poem, right? You are already reading the poem. The poems are not very difficult to read because they are not very long. So you can read the poem thoroughly, you can get the complete meaning of the poem, and of course make an analysis when like you are taking down the notes. Make an analysis kind of answer, that is critical appreciation of the poem or critical analysis of the poem, wherein everything will come. For example, about the poet, the critical appreciation, the language that he has used, the themes that he has followed, the title, how far is the title justified. So include these major pointers in your answer so that your answer is well prepared, and whenever you are asked anything in your examination paper, your examination paper question will not come out of these areas, right? So whatever will come in your question paper, it will be basically based on these broader areas which you have already practiced, right? So you can of course take up the points and frame excellent answers in your examination paper. So that was for poem. And of course, if the explanation for like 2 or 3 lines explanation comes, then that is also very easy for you because you have already written the entire critical analysis, right? So coming to the story part, the story part, also for the story part we will follow a similar procedure that we have followed for the poem, right? So yes, again we will go for a longer critical analysis of the story, which would include the pointers like the author, what kind of stories does he write, right? The language that he uses, the kind of places, what are the themes that he has used, right? And why he has used those themes, and the lesson that he wants to convey or the message that he wants to convey. And yes, of course, the title and how far is the title justified. And if any speciality is there in the story, then that also should be included in your answer. So these are again the major pointers that would cover your entire story. And apart from this, you have to go through the entire story line by line very carefully so that you do not miss out any important point. So whenever any reference to context is coming in your question paper or any other answer that is being asked in your question paper, first of all, you have to read the question very carefully and then try to analyze that whatever I have practiced in my home, what is it that it has been asked. You can take it for granted that nothing out of what you have prepared has been asked in your question paper, because there is nothing more to be asked apart from all these. When you are doing a critical analysis, you are covering the entire poem, you are covering the entire story. So nothing out of this box is going to be asked in your question paper. It's just that the question may be a little twisted, but you have to puzzle out the meaning of the question paper and then not the question paper, the question, and then try to connect it with the answer that you have already prepared at home, right? And yes guys, you are going to score excellently in your papers and of course come out with great results. I'm sure about that. So what are you waiting for, guys? Please take out your time for English, at least 2 hours a day, right? And yes, of course, for the grammar part, every day you need to practice the grammar, okay? So grammar is very important, and it is, the most scoring part in your entire paper. You can score 100% in your grammar. So please do not neglect the grammar part. That is, you have to practice every day just as you are practicing essay. If you are out of practice in grammar, then you will tend to commit mistakes and you will lose out your marks, which I don't want you to do so, right? So for the grammar part, just as like maths, you have to practice each and every day without failing, right? Yes, so it is compulsory and it is mandatory that you do the grammar part every day and the essay writing part every day. So this was all from my side. Some tips of how to prepare your, for your exams, class 10 ICSE exams. Hope this was, a helpful, these were some of the helpful tips, and I would suggest you to follow these tips so that you do amazing in your exams. So all the best, guys. Do great, and thank you. Take care. Bye bye.